Shepard.
Hello, I'm looking for Anne Shepard's room.
Please sign the visitor's book.
Alright.
Are you a member of the family?
Yeah, you could say that.
Oh, she'll be pleased to have a visitor. No one ever comes to see her. With the Alzheimer's, she has trouble remembering things, but it'll still please her. You know. It's room 19 at the end of the corridor.
Thank you.
Alright, let's go in here. Can we talk to her? Okay, we'll just keep going. Oh, we'll take these flowers. Okay, I guess we can't. Which one's this? Okay, that's not it. So it should be the next one. Right here? Yep.
Hello, Mrs. Shepard.
Is it time for my pills already?
No, Mrs. Shepard,
They're never on time with my pills. I don't know what they do here. In the other hospital, they were always on time. But here...
Introduce yourself.
My name is Madison Page. I'm a journalist. I'd like to ask you some questions about your son.
I don't like this hospital. The food isn't very good, you know.
Second
Your
son.
other son, Mrs. Shepard, John's twin brother. What was his name?
What other son? I have no other son. I never had any children.
John.
Do you remember John?
My Johnny. He is a good little boy, you know.
Mrs. Shepard, your son may be linked to a series of murders. Perhaps you have some information that could help the investigation.
Are you a new nurse? Where are my pills?
You had a son named John, and John had a twin brother.
Do you have my pills? It's time for my pills.
I think your son is in trouble, Mrs. Shepard. He's done some terrible things. I need to find him. Do you understand?
Terrible things you're telling me. He never came to see me, can you believe it? In 10 years, never. No one forgets their mother, do they?
I know what happened at Carnaby Square. Do you remember?
Carnaby Square. I think I used to live there a long time ago. We didn't have much money at the time, you know. We had to make do with very little.
Try to remember, Mrs. Shepard. John's twin brother was placed with a foster family after the accident. What was the name of the foster family?
I asked them for a television, you know. They said I didn't have enough money. It's a pity. I'm fond of television.
Okay. So now we gotta... Oh, there we go. Oh, gotta hold it.
I love origami, but that's not my favorite one.
Oh, we gotta turn the page. Crane, the hummingbird. Which one is it that he usually leaves? I think it's a crane. Maybe it's a hummingbird. Let's try the dog. That might be it. Let's try that one. Triangle. Down. L1. Oh, I frigged it up. Triangle. Down. L1. Left. Square. Down. R1. Left.
Oh, you know how to do these little dogs too. My children loved origami. I taught them how to do it. John loved the little dogs. He always wanted to call them Max. Max, Max, Max. All dogs with the same name. I was wasting my time telling him they couldn't all have the same name. But he always wanted his paper dogs Max. It's funny, isn't it?
All right, no point in wasting my time. I won't learn anything more by staying here.
Yeah.
It'd take days, if not longer, to find the name of the family that adopted her son. Sean Mars would be dead by then. Did you make these origami figures?
My little paper animals. They played with them for hours. I showed my boys how to make them, you know.
Yes, your boys, Mrs. Shepherd. John and... what was your other son's name again?
My other son? I only had one son. My little Johnny.
Let's see what else we can't find in here.
You don't seem to get many flowers, Mrs. Shepherd.
No, but I love them. My son knows that I love flowers. I know he'll bring me some.
Alright, we're gonna get the flowers out of the hallway here. Where you at, flowers? Okay. Can I take these? I would like to take the flowers.
Does Mrs. Shepherd ever talk about her past?
It's not all very clear to her now. Sometimes she'll remember the oddest things, though. I suppose if she sees something that reminds her of her past.
Son.
Did she ever mention her sons?
Sons? Well, she often mentions John. I think he drowned.
Does she ever talk about her other son?
I didn't know she had another one. I've never heard her mention it.
I'm looking for her other son. He was adopted. I mean, he's probably changed his name. Is there any official documentation on Mrs. Shepherd?
No, there's nothing really. Nothing about her family. I guess if her son was adopted, then she's the only one who could tell you about that. Sometimes, if you show her things, it seems to trigger a memory from her past. You might get it to remember.
Thanks for the advice.
Alright, so that's what we're doing. Showing her the origami, and we're going to show her a flower. Let's go back in, talk to the crazy old lady.
What a lovely orchid. My sons loved orchids. We used to grow them in the back. When John died, I laid orchids on his grave.
See what this is.
Are these your children, Mrs. Shepherd? John and his brother? Is that them?
They're good little boys. Their father never looked after them, always drinking. They didn't have an easy life, you know. I cried when they told me. I'd already lost one of my children, and now they were taking away another one, you understand.
The foster family, Mrs. Shepherd. What was the name of the foster family that adopted John's brother?
They were really very nice people. I met them, you know. In the beginning, I used to go and see my little boy. And then I got sick and I couldn't go any longer. Perhaps he thought I'd forgotten him. He must have thought I didn't love him anymore.
His name, Mrs. Shepherd. What was his name?
But I loved him. If you only knew how much I missed him.
Please, Anne. His name. What was his name?
Come closer.
Oh. She is shocked. Alright, so Madison knows who it is. What's Norman gonna do? Probably do some crack.
We've only got a few more hours left to save Sean Mars. There has to be a goddamn clue somewhere. It's probably staring me in the face. This kid's gonna die, and I'm going around in circles!
All packed up and ready to go?
What are you talking about?
The investigation's over. We know who did it. We no longer need your services anymore, Norman. So you can ride your files all the way back to Washington. I'd be lying if I said I was gonna miss you.
The investigation isn't over. You have absolutely nothing on Mars.
Mars is guilty. Case closed. Anyway, it's no concern of yours now. You're off the case. So pack up and fuck off.
Blake, you are an unbalanced, psychopathic asshole.
I'll take that as a compliment. Honestly, I don't give a shit what you think. I found the Origami Killer. Everyone's happy. End of story. Have a nice trip back, Norman.
Oh, he's tweaking. Aw, you dumbass. I knew you were gonna do crack.
The killer's name is here. Somewhere in this data. I just have to find it. Find it before it's too late.
Oh.
Oh, one last thing, sir. You should be careful not to overindulge in you-know-what. It can be dangerous. Very dangerous. It'll end up killing you if you're not careful. That would be most unfortunate, sir.
Okay. Let's look at the clues. Okay, I've already looked at the tire tracks.
Ari was in record mode when I was fighting with the killer. Perhaps there's something on it.
Let's, analyze. Let's play it. Let's analyze it.
The sword was already in Paco's office. It's got nothing to do with the killer.
Okay. Oh, it's just a sword. Let's play it again. Alright. Whoa. If I remember, it's a watch. Let's analyze that.
Gold watch. I'm sure I've seen this before somewhere. The watch they give for promotions to lieutenant. The killer is a cop.
Okay. So let's find some other evidence here.
The gun the killer left at the Blue Lagoon. Perhaps there's some way of tracing its history.
Let's, analysis. Or analyze.
Impounded in a police case 5 years ago, the gun is still supposed to be in police custody. Who checked it out? If not a cop.
What else we got?
2 receipts from the same gas station. Might be near the killer's home.
Was geoanalysis.
The killer lives in this zone. 342 people live around there. Not good enough. Gotta find a means of identifying the killer more precisely.
Well, what else we got here? The orchid.
Looks like the killer is a cop. Carter Blake! That would explain the dead-end investigation and his desire to frame Ethan Mars.
We're gonna investigate further. Analysis impossible. Geoanalysis.
A cop. There's only one cop in that geoprofiling zone. Gotcha. He owns a warehouse on the docks. If I'm wrong, Sean Mars is dead.
Let's do this.